Yo, this is Chris Blair. How you guys doing? Just wanted to, and gals too. It's funny, in our ecom world, 80 to 90% of ecom sellers are male. I've always wondered why that is. I mean, I don't really understand that, because if you think about it, right, I mean, why? I mean, females, to be a really good ecom seller, right? To be a really good ecom, this is a different topic I want to talk about. To be a really good ecom seller, you got to be detailed oriented. And then maybe this is my own misconception, and I think maybe every person's different, but if you ask me, in general, who is more detail oriented, females or males? I would say females are definitely more detail oriented than men. So it's interesting that a majority of ecom sellers are male. These Shopify sellers are men over women. I wish and I hope more women get involved in ecom, because I think they'll have a lot of success with ecom. Because, like I said, you need to be a detailed oriented person. I'm going to talk about a particular topic I want to talk about today. Something that I want to talk about: spy softwares, and I'm not going to point to any particular one spy software, because they're all very similar. Some are better than others, obviously, but what I want to talk about today is how they're being used, and how I recommend them used so that it works for you, and you can leverage this tool to get results, and how I recommend you don't use it. And the way that I recommend you don't use it is the way that 90% of people are using it, and it's destroying their business. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sort of talk about something else while I wait for people to get on. Hey, good to see you, Ryan. Good to see you, Steve. Good to see you, Sydney. Good to see you, Sachin. Good to see you, Phil. Jim Cole, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? It's great to see old friends. It's amazing weather we're having in Japan. I mean, today, well, it's really funny. In the morning, it's really cold, but by afternoon, it reaches about 13, 14 degrees Celsius, which is incredibly warm for the winter season. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, wow, it's a funny shirt I got on. So you guys know I traveled to Thailand in August. Went to Phuket. I got the shirt in Thai, in Thai, and it's got in the back. Anyway, it says no, I don't need a what? No, I don't need a massage, a suit, a tuk-tuk, and something else. I forgot anyway, because every time you guys have been to Thailand, you walk down the street, every 2 minutes someone's asking if you want a tuk-tuk. Women are asking if you want a massage, and then there's Indian guys asking you if you want a suit. There's a lot of Indian tailors there selling suits. Anyway, so it's kind of funny. All right, now that we got the people gathering, let's talk about spy software. Say, Phil, you guys don't know what spy softwares are? They're softwares that enable you to go out and find products being advertised on Facebook by competing Shopify sites. I mean, there's certain things that all Shopify stores have in common. I'm not an expert on this, but I do know it has something to do with the checkout page, the checkout code. So they're able to reverse engineer it all the way back to the Facebook ads. Okay, so that's someone. I actually asked a spy software developer, and that's basically what they said to me. They used the checkout codes of every Shopify URL checkout URL's got some similar stuff in it. Anyway, they're able to, some of them can even go back and find dark posts. Okay, so with the spy software, people are able to figure out what products are being advertised by a given Shopify store, and so this is useful information used correctly, and is horrible information used incorrectly. Okay, so let's talk about what 95% of the sellers do, and I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, so I'm going to make the point through this story. Okay, back in 2016 and early 2017, there was the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, there was this really hot product on Facebook. These spinner dealies, right? The spin, constantly spin endlessly, right? And there were the few sellers who there was probably one guy, I don't know who started it, but there was one guy who started selling it, right? And then a couple other people jumped on the bandwagon, noticed he was selling it, and they were selling it a lot. And these guys made a killing. I know I know two people who made an absolute killing on these spinners. Then what happened was the masses. This is just at the time when these spy softwares were being developed, and people they figured out how to make this happen. And so the masses jumped on this, and literally thousands and thousands of people lost money trying to push those spinners. The entire marketplace was out there selling these spinners. Almost not the entire market, but 70-80% of drop shippers, who were selling stuff from AliExpress were trying to sell these spinners, and they got slaughtered. They just got completely slaughtered. They couldn't make any sales. They were losing money on advertising. And why was that? Well, because they were sheep following the masses. Okay, they were sheep following the masses. They were a Me Too. And so this brings you to the point. If you use spy softwares for the point of copying and just selling the exact same shit that everyone else is selling, if you are one of the lucky few who jump on it quickly, maybe the first 10 people, and you're quick to the market, yes, you can make money, but most of the time you will be one of the masses, the sheep being herded to slaughter. And I don't want you to be that way, okay? So, am I saying don't use these softwares? Absolutely not. In fact, in my group, there's even one that I promote, made by my really good buddy, Russell. But even Russell and I have had a conversation. Used right, it works. It's powerful. So what should you do? You should use these spy softwares to develop a good, solid understanding of what types of products and ideas and concepts resonate with your niche. What kind of things your customers like, so that you can go out and zag while everyone else is zigging. What I mean by that is, if you see a lot of people pushing a particular product, I would run away from that product as fast as I possibly can and go out and find something different, but based on the research and knowledge that I've developed through using the softwares to understand my niche, I can come up with some cool, unique, different idea that I believe has a chance of resonating. Now, will all of them resonate? No, of course not. It's a numbers game. But while the masses run to sell that stuff, I'd be looking for something different. But I think based on that, my research, my understanding of my niche, this can sell. Okay. One of the biggest issues we have right now is too many Me Too stores, both in the drop shipping space and in the print on demand space. I mean, let's talk about AliExpress, right? In anything that's happening. Let's just say you're selling photography necklaces. People go in there and they type in photography necklaces and they look for the best sellers. Or they look for on page 1 of AliExpress, page 2, and maybe page 3, and that's it. Well, guess what? So has the rest of your competition. The rest of your competition has done it. Back when I was doing a lot of dropshipping, I'm not doing a lot of dropshipping anymore. I'm doing all my own custom print-on-demand products because I think it's easier to not be a Me Too store. It's a lot easier to not be a Me Too store and be original when you have your own custom products. But back when I was dropshipping, I remember I had 2 massive selling products. One of them sold 18,000 some units, right? A little under 18,000, 70,000 something units, okay? And another one that sold like 7,000 units, okay? And I remember one of them was a grandma-related necklace, okay? So I went onto AliExpress and I searched grandma necklaces. I wanted to sell necklaces. Necklaces were hot at the time. I knew it. And I went from page 1 all the way to page whatever. I think it was like 80 some pages of necklaces. And I went through every single page. And I deliberately selected stuff that was not highly ranked, that I thought, based on my knowledge of the grandma niche. I've been selling in the grandma niche since the Teespring days, so I had a pretty good knowledge of the grandma niche. I've been selling in the grandma niche since 2013, so I had a pretty good knowledge of the grandma niche at the time. And so I was able to see the product that was not popular and take that and turn it into a winner. And why was I able to do it? Because I knew my niche. I knew my niche, and I knew that, okay, this product, even though it's not on the top of the search engine, this will resonate. And sure enough, it crushed it. In fact, we were selling so many, it moved to page 1, and suddenly we were getting copied left and right and central. Why was I able to do that? Well, because I knew my niche. And that's the key, guys. Print on demand's a lot harder, especially with a lot of unique products, right? So, he says that even if you come with them on your own, it gets copies fast. No, you'd be very surprised. We've sold stuff for months and months and months before people notice it. Or even figure out how we're getting it supplied. Because luckily I got a good list of unique suppliers that's exclusive for my Ecom Vantage course and mastermind group. But anyway, thinking of Ecom Vantage, that brings me to the point. If you want to join my Ecom Vantage course and mastermind group, it's just $100 a month. You can cancel anytime. People are getting results. You get my ongoing support. They just had a Q&A today. 2 times a week we have weekly Q&As. There's just every day there's some sort of support in the group in which I go in and answer questions along with other top sellers doing that. Plus a detailed course on everything: Snapchat, Facebook ads, Google Shopping, YouTube, product creation, development, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything you need to do to be successful in your business. I'll put the link down there below. It's $100 a month to join. You can cancel anytime. I'll put the link in the thread. Also, for the next, then I think there's 30 some hours left, we have a special bonus on the annual membership, so the $1,000 a year. It includes 1 hour of private coaching with me, which I suggest you break down into 2 30-minute sessions. 2 months of SEO work by my personal SEO team. Guys, if you're not doing SEO for your business, you're killing yourself. SEO traffic converts better than Facebook traffic. It just does. Because why? Because people are searching for those items. Now, the thing is about SEO, and to be fair, you can't get massive amount of traffic with SEO easily. It takes time and effort. It takes months and months to build, but it happens. It can happen. Okay? So you're going to get 2 months of SEO work for free. Plus, I'll do a site review for you. Now, I want to point out something here. This is really interesting. I've done a lot of site reviews, but I've never had even one website which I've gone in, did a site review, went over their site, helped them tweak it, and the conversion rate did not go up. Not once. And I've done, over the last 2 years, a huge number of site reviews. So, we'll include that. Normally I charge for that as well, but that's be included in the annual membership if you join in the next 36 hours. So you can join the $100 a month option, or you can join the $1,000 a year annual membership option, right? And if you join the next 30 some hours, there's a countdown timer on the page, then you can get access to the bonuses. All right? Cheers, and we'll answer any questions you guys might have. Here, I can answer a few questions. Pranava, you're wrong, by the way. I'm telling you you're wrong, because if you know how to come up with unique products that people have trouble getting access to, that's a totally different game. Okay. All right, any questions? Doesn't appear to be any questions. So, okay. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.